The loser has to keep on fighting, going through to the dreaded final day of play. Boom taking on Monte. Monte coming through is, I think, a real surprise here inside of this stage. I know a lot of folks had them down 0-3. Maybe you didn't by the end of day one, what with the extra time Valve generously gave. But look, all I'm saying is this Monte squad, expectations were pretty low. I feel like they've kind of defied that thus far.
Yeah, I think recency bias playing a big factor here. Obviously, some disappointing results coming into the event, but this is a team that's consistently upset top squads coming into the year or made games close. So don't count them out of a chance to get that stage 3 berth. However, BetBoom, ferocious all tournament long, grinding their way through this season with multiple rosters and multiple wins in their pocket. Ran through stage 1 without a problem, looking to do the same. And hey, if Ash says that Spirit, we don't count them as here, then BetBoom are looking for the 3-0 run right now. That BO1 was a smashing, but BetBoom otherwise have looked unstoppable.
Well, they've only got BMAS to get past here. Afro is very far removed. Does well to get out with his double. Leaves Afro not in an impossible spot here. Little lobby flank taking place pretty quickly. BetBoom coming back to clear this and try to get rid of the man in their backline. They flubbed the shot on Magnajez. Now he's got dual Berettas to work with, and Afro's put together very, very quickly where this last man is ready for the fight. But how many more chances is Zorti really going to give him?
Running out of time on this one, Afro. Zorti's playing with his food, another fake tap, but even with that kill, he knows it's done. BetBoom's pistol converted or taken with ease in that clutch. Keeping it basic, popping out ramp, coming back to the A plant, and Monte have nothing to show for it. So BetBoom on this go-to map at this major, looking good. We talk about teams having Anubis mastered and what that could mean for the major, especially looking for upsets against top squads. I also think Nuke is always going to be a staple of the map pool. Every top team, every best team in the world has mastered this map, has found huge win streaks on Nuke across the years, be it NIP, Astralis, or Vitality. So BetBoom, they have a very strong veto. They have a very deep pool, and that's going to help moving forward. They banged out Gamer Legion twice over on this map so far this major. It's Monte's first time since Astana. Do you feel like BetBoom's veto is one of the most threatening in this entire stage right now? Having Anubis with such a good track record, having Nuke, being able to play maps like Dust2 to a very high level, banning Inferno, which not many teams are picking as of late. It's a handshake map.
Pure entertainment value, you kind of love it.
Yeah. So BetBoom again, similar round. Pressure on ramp, forces rotations, back out upper. Looking for gunfights here, all getting blocked, Monte. Getting a little bit scary. Let the scout go first as the MP9 swings through the smoke. Caught off guard by Azulu on that smoke fade. They trade and dropping backside. Flamus is on for another double. He's looking up though, and Afro's been given a chance. Another 1v1, same players, different situations. Zorti has not got the bomb.
Yeah, last time, right, he had that to play around, could just sit back in the lobby. This time he's going to have to bring the fight to Afro. Will there be a chance at Afro's revenge? One shot from the scout will do it. Gets on the right line in time. Afro collects.
Oh, BetBoom really getting stuck in door holding heaven there. Every player watching it, and Azulu finding that perfect timing through the smoke. It's a messy round, one that Flamus makes very interesting from back of the site, but didn't hear that last player drop. Could have been the round saver. Flamus has certainly had a great tournament though.
Let's go, man.
Monte getting hyped after a force buy win, throws BetBoom through a loop. Second wall comes down outside. That's the last of their util thrown. So BetBoom can cross. Do Monte believe this? They are putting numbers on ramp right now, but not leaning with a rotation. So if BetBoom silently get down here, it could be very threatening. Azuu's going to go down the vent. Oh, that's unlucky. Finding Diladez is a warning sign here for Monte. Azuu playing this very safe, playing smart, going to be able to back up into B. There's a second player here that BetBoom shouldn't be ready for.
Nice and easy done there. It's now just the eco. You've, well, and truly gained control over the early game of Nuke. Not letting BetBoom back in after your 4-spy win. And so a nice little cache of rounds here to fall back on.
It's rough for BetBoom to be in this position, but nice to see them tested on this map. Monte coming in very confident. Already clearing lobby. Surprise from Rainwaker. Nades are good. They can just lock BetBoom out if they want, waste their time here. Main flood could be interesting, but 2 guns in position. Now 3. Well held here for Azuu, starting this map strong.
And that's exactly what you want to see. Azuu's had such a notable uptick in form at this major.
Yeah.
You know, usually you kind of get players hitting their debut one and, you know, a lot of problems start to emerge, but that's not been the case for this guy. Someone I was keeping an eye on heading into this event, he'd had a string of kind of rough performances, thinking back to, it was Astana, he had, you know, in their elimination series, he got 5 kills in the entire thing. The one that sent them out of there, yeah, 0-14 on one of the maps. You and I covered that one, and he just looked lost the whole time. But maybe a nice wake-up call coming into this major. He's looking renewed right now, putting up a phenomenal performance for Monte.
Popped off yesterday against Legacy to get Monte into this qualification game, winning out 13-11. Was top performer of that series as well, so integral here. Oh, this damage on the cross again. Lighting BetBoom up, getting a little bit stuck in the mud here. Oh, these T's. Boomage hasn't made it. Azuu is already here, and he sends them a nasty message. What a fake out as well. He hangs around. No intention to escape. Surprise, surprise, there's a second. BetBoom are getting caught off guard by these 1-2 stacks here from Monte.
I think that one feels extra frustrating because it's the exact same bait and switch you ran into down at lower as in your eco round. But you kind of don't believe that Monte would have the foresight to run that again.
Oh, they are just tracking him. 4 players in lower with the bomb. Door open, that gives it up, and Boomage is looking for Ghost right now, but they're already in behind him. Rainwaker, another double, and wow, Monte right now have no reason to doubt these secret smokes. BetBoom have crossed behind them every single time, and so Monte are meeting them there. Gonna need to start seeing some depth on this T side here for BetBoom because Monte are calling their bluff with these lower rotates.
I wanted to put like a bit of a number just on the Azuu step up. I know it's only been a handful of games, but big event ratings, and I'm talking career here for the guy, just above a 0.8 rating, which is pretty rough. Right. I think that goes without saying. But then when you look at this major, 1.21.
Yeah,
huge step up.
3 maps played, of course, but That's yeah, massive.
You just
change.
hope he can keep it up, right? I think that's why it's well worth keeping an eye on him, because he's bringing so much to the table right now.
Yeah, especially considering how much doubt kind of surrounded the Monte team. But as I said, coming in, felt like recency bias. This is a team that, when they have time to prep and time to level up for an event, have looked really, really good. Think about their matches v Na'Vi this year. One win, one loss, very close games with some prep time, and series of exciting games that Monte have provided here in this these last few months.
This is sick.
Never seen this before, but first time for anything, I guess.
Pulling it out now.
I think it's a good time for him. 4-1 down, trying to win the eco. But Monte never see it, so something for later perhaps. Gives me, through this smoke, has already just been a nightmare. It's the lads, Harry. They're doing it.
YTL. Yeah, the lads.
Betboom have nowhere to go. Crossed a Glock down secret.
Oh, Rainwaker here. Little testy as you go running into a holding Tech 9.
I don't know. I'd say they're pretty big.
Yeah. Pretty ballsy move.
Boomich playing with his food, but they're coming in on ramp right now. Or at least they're trying. Boomich has managed to cross. This is all over the shop. You won't be expecting...
Yeah, you are not ready for Magna Jez.
You're not ready for this.
You should have a kill here, just a clean one. Oh, fires off a little early. Afro able to recover his. Dead to the heart. Now Gizmy hoping to hold on. Teammates start to arrive on rotation. That bomb not down yet. Ollie might even slow this. It's just fallen off the mark. Dilladez Deeg finds Rainwaker up in the heavens, and now they know Azuu's here as well. Nade does big damage, and he just swings in on the back of it. So well recovered there. Lots of ways that could have gone wrong for Monte. You bet Boom happy to get out with a bomb plant. Feeling like you had a chance in that round. Do a good chunk of damage as well, because you have to try and start to corral this CT money at some point.
Feel for
got 3 players nearly on max cash.
Feel for Magna Jez, because it's not the fact that he doesn't get the kill because his teammates trade him. It's the fact that he loses the position. It's such a strong position to be heaven there in that post plant.
Boys, I'm very proud how we present ourselves. Yeah, we do this, we're gonna win the major. Yeah.
Yep.
Love that energy from Kakafu. Hearing the strain in his voice, he has been shouting behind his team. Sometimes too much.
Oh, I like that little move. Little run boost for Afro, trying to get him on the door line that much faster.
Last round, man. Again, another. These rounds hurt for Betboom. That's, I think, the problem right now. These are really annoying rounds to lose. A couple of clutches, a couple of close rounds. If Magna Jez has any other gun, he probably gets that kill in heaven, and then he can cut off rotates, and suddenly Betboom are looking at an eco win. This gun round has to hit for Betboom, or Monte are just going to start running away with the CT side. And hey, maybe they'll win the major. Anything's possible.
Well, I mean, I think especially before Vitality came along, we always used to say when things are a bit more open with majors, you just want to make sure you're kind of peaking in your form, right? And sometimes you would have these squads just put on a really surprising run where the stars all align, everyone's showing up at the right time, and it feels like that's kind of what's happening with Monte. I think the thing that makes it that much harder is, this is a kind of lower down the rung, lower down the ranking squad. Hang on a second, because Betboom pulling back the advantage, now head into Bemis's bomb site, and he's all alone. Rotate starts to arrive heaven side, but the third man is a long way out of the action. Need a bit of a hold here. Afro tries to swing out. Zorti will be there to punish. That orb misses. Is this a fight Afro's really that interested in taking? Shouldn't be. So he's going to head on out of there. Finally, Betboom break this streak of 5. You said they needed to regain a semblance of control soon, or else Monte were going to run away with the half. Can this be a bit of a turning point for them?
Betboom have found their answer, and it's not been these secret cross smokes. It is the same thing that gave them both of their rounds and their close 1v1 clutch that they lost. It's this ramp control, pressure early, back into an A hit. This one just comes down to awkward timing on the smoke fade and Gizmi getting caught changing position. I think Monte somewhat panicked on the comms there, thinking that ramp hit was coming in, but it was just a boosted orb. There was no way BetBoom could have sped up off of that entry kill. And so Kakafu trying to keep him calm, as obviously that round has ramifications. Monte have been controlling the game. It can change very quickly, and safe to say, even though we're getting enamored by the Monte run right now, this is BetBoom, who are still a hard favorite.
Still, Monte haven't let the allure of being the underdog get in the way in any of their previous games, taking G2 the distance in a very, very long back and forth BO1 that they lost out on. Dominating the hometown heroes are big in their opening game, and I think the most shocking of all, the regulation win over Legacy.
All right, this one's a little louder, so what's the rotation going to look like? 4 players, 3 rather, running down Secret. I feel like BetBoom surely won't commit to be fast. They're going to try and look for an entry elsewhere. It's the 2 Brits who stand tall and 2 lurkers who fall. It's gone very wrong now. Afro follows up, and Monte is just going through the motions. Those motions are fantastic. Down the vent, denied. BetBoom looking for a 2-on-5.
Well, ramp cover was meant to be there out of Rainwaker. He's mopped up right away. And at this point, BetBoom, they might just start believing they can pull this off. 2v5 as it all got going. Now down to just a 2v3, and everyone's a bit more tense all of a sudden for Monte. A bit of silence creep in, make them nervous. It's the presence of Gizmi back here, lobby side, that might get called upon. BetBoom have time to work with here, 40 seconds. Wonder what routing they're going to go looking for in towards this top site.
Time is the biggest problem. I don't think you can wrap heaven at this point. There's so much to clear left for BetBoom. Ugh, smoke eventually comes down. Gizmi might want to wait for his team here, but he's the only guy who can actually stop this bomb plant. So close position to jump on it when he hears that tap. Go for a backside stick. It's a great call here. Molly keeps the pressure on, but BetBoom get out after the plant. And this retake is a miss from both orbs. Careful. Watch out, Dilladez. Another missed shot. They're getting closer. Full flashed out. BetBoom are dancing with death.
What's going on? Whoa. That's the least likely way to kill him. And another miss for Dilladez. You only get so many of those.
These 2 AWPers firing blanks. What the hell is happening?
That was one of the crazier rounds, wasn't it?
I mean, that was so winnable for BetBoom. Let's be honest here, boys. Dilladez with multiple shots off in main. We've got players standing the open, missing their orb shots and not getting punished. Miss. Afro miss. Dilladez. Second
and he makes
miss.
This mad, crazy dash across.
Third miss. Feeling the pressure, but goddamn, it was right there. Monte will take the round. That was always meant to be theirs. That was 2v5.
A chance to break BetBoom's money, and that would just be a disaster for this T side.
Okay. All right. Let's take note of this. What's he doing? Just nading the door smoke? Okay. Oh. I don't even know. Breaking glass? Heaven flank, waiting. Magnajez will not make the same mistake. This time he wants them both.
Oh, gets out with 3. Very well handled for Magnajez. Learned his lesson after the Tech 9 fumble. And so this time around, trigger held. Waiting for it, convincing round at a BetBoom. They get him across in the yard. He gets all the way up through heaven. None the wiser were Monte, and they wait for Magnajez to spring that trap.
Nice to see him have the chance to connect these kills. Gun for the job this time. As Monte were very scared about an A hit there. 3 players on the rafters or roof trying to play anti-flash. Alright, throwing the game plan out the window.
Just going to try and go fast, but they're going into a Gizmy spam. He's done big damage. BMAS not able to help him. It's a convincing set of openers. Backstab for Rainwaker's done a lot of damage. Low players here for BetBoom as they hold on in this 4v2. And even though you've done so much damage to these guys coming through the door, stuck back in the lobby, you're not going to give this a go on numbers and numbers alone.
Oh.
Okay.
And you would have loved that boost because it allows you to hunt Rainwaker and spawn. He's 10 health. You could have peeked this, but either way, he's saving. Monte going to try and get out with their guns. BetBoom, Magna just has to run. A couple of them do. Low health. Might see this fight at the end of the round. Oh, well. With this plant? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, just about. Interesting excerpt from the comms there. Boomich essentially talking about throwing the game plan out of the window and, you know, loosening up, changing things on the fly. And then you see an A rush like this. Now that one wasn't in the script. Ad-libbed here by BetBoom. And a perfect call to put Monte on the back foot, because last round of the half coming up, and if BetBoom can win this one, they break Monte's money for it. Suddenly they're back in the map.
Well, yards become less and less of a focal point in this game as time's gone on. Finally a bit of a return to it for BetBoom. They've often not loved the Gizmy spam from the main position. He's been getting away with good damage. They're just fast wrapping, taking main away. They trade positions with Gizmy. And Azuwu gets sandwiched, does what he can, but it won't be enough. Orb catching Afro out in the yard, and it all comes together beautifully. Monte thought that was a change of direction. They go hard looking for the yard fights. And Gizmy peeling away from main, left a little window for that sneak through on the smoke.
Rainwaker was just thinking about saving, but now with how late this plant is, he's considering looking for a kill. If something comes his way, who's to say no? Zorti will, shutting that last frag down, picking up the orb and putting BetBoom in position to save this game. This was a chance at Monte running away on the CT side 5-1 with BetBoom's money on the line, and look at the recovery we've seen on this T side. Now they are favorites to even out the half. So a very nice return to form here from BetBoom, who had to cancel the plan, had to cancel the secret control. It never worked for them. Monte had full stacks on B every single time they went there. But this topside abuse looking a lot more fruitful here for BetBoom. And the thing is, it's not like Monte are leaving this position open. They keep putting 3 players on A. Now they're going to start to make moves. He commits. They know it. Oh, he walked away. No, that's shocking. What? That's too far.
Okay, yeah. That was a little bit crazy for Rainwaker. Still, he was low health, got out with 1 at least. It could have been a 5v4. You're certainly starting to feel a little bit twitchy here because there's always been gaps, and BetBoom have been very good at finding them.
Scared of B. Don't know if that's through vent or through outside. Possibly the former. Afro tucked inside of garage. Spotting nothing right now. There are timings available, and we've seen Magnajez abuse those timings. Top of the roof deals with Afro. Audacious peek out into main. Pop on ramp here. Gizmy against them all.
Oh, there's the lineup.
What?
Gizmy's just collateraled M4 and flipped the script on this round. They know about a player yard, but a little lazy in that swing. Magnajez eyes on.
20 seconds. Bomb going fast.
Well, frustrating here because Boomich likely going to have to drop on in. It's a powerful post plant. I just don't see a world where Magnajez can get to backside to plant for him. And so you lose that potent position out towards heaven. Magnajez, here's Zuzu gunning his way, and with a quick turn, it seals it with a stellar 4K. That is a ridiculous recovery out of BetBoom. They were lagging behind, 5-1 down. They end up splitting the half on their map pick.
Нормально, парни, ебем.
It was a hot start for Monte here on Nuke, but BetBoom have more than recovered, going on to split the half here on their map pick, now moving over to the CT side. Magnajez sits up top of the board, had some massive rounds down the stretch as well, leaving Monte always looking over their shoulder and never out of the round. Monte have a tall task in front of them, but most of their players showing up in good form. The only vulnerability that kind of actually kept getting exploited, and on the rough end of some timings, was Bemis in that first half. 3 and 8, everyone else sitting on 10.
Yeah, that's impressive for Monte across the board. Everyone's showing up in this high-pressure match to qualify to that third stage, but they run into the Russians and BetBoom hitting headshots. Flamus double kill on the ramp. Rainwaker felled as well, and Flamus is looking for quite the highlight here to shut out Monte into the pistol. Easily done, no deaths. Flamus lives on 1 health with 3 headshots.
I like that quote from Kakafu coming in. You know, wasn't really like a hype up in the traditional sense, just saying this is going to be a real fight. He loves the type of game that it is, trying to keep the gang interested under the belief that they can rise to the challenge of this head-to-head.
Yeah, challenge is the right word, because it's not going to come easy when you say something like that. It's not because you're stomping, it's because you're having to dig deep. And Monte certainly will in this T side now with a pistol against him. Force Spy coming in with no plant and denial on the vent drop here for Rainwaker. So initial plan is cancelled, or not cancelled, but denied here by Monte. And look at BetBoom's rotation, very quick. Boomich down the vent, blocks him with a smoke, and now the plan is kaput.
Good awareness here from Boomich too, right? Gizmi was gunning it fast as he physically could to try and beat the timing on a rotate. At least gets that smoke out of the lower players. But they're going to reroute, come back up into the top of Secret, right in at 2 Magnajez. Second kill of the round, now is support. So a shutdown here on this Secret crossing.
What a showing for Magnajez right now. Those last couple of T rounds. Shutting out this Force Spy with ease. Just killing that vent play was so integral because it not only tells BetBoom where Monte are going, but it freed up Boomich to rotate down vent and stop the plan. And he is shouting now. BetBoom at 1 step closer to taking their map. From 5-1 down, leading now. And it's going to get better before it gets worse. We got Monte on eco.
Just great to see. He had that one flubbed flank with the Tech 9, but that did not deter him whatsoever. Didn't have the gun for the job, didn't let it get under his skin.
That is an RNG fight, to be honest, at that range. Like, what can you do?
Outside of that, you know, those flanks were so threatening every time they came through. Now he's carrying this momentum with him into the second half of play. And no overextension out in the yard. Just a nice, safe angle, able to spot anyone crossing. Boomich is waiting in main, and you know he'll be down a fast rotate. You've got a double ramp set up as well. Kind of an added benefit to this is the ability to pull a player down towards B if you need to, while also having 2 guns on in case they rush. So this is a nice passive setup for BetBoom.
Telling me Zorti just cleared the triple boost on roof. Did you see that? Just pre-aimed it. The whole map is quiet, so he's scared of a deagle. That's still ridiculous. Never seen a player clear that. It's very underused, but I will say Monte, I feel like I have seen them do that triple boost with an AWP. Shut down on ramp here, only Glocks. So, hey, either way, BetBoom are aware of what they're up against. "20 seconds, Gizmi's just got to go.
Counter-terrorist win.
Boomich, no stranger to that trophy. Cologne winner all the way back in 2021. Rewriting his story with a young group of prominent players, and Magnajez, who is on the tip of everyone's tongues right now in this stage, continues to be a threat, pushes outside, goes 1 for 1 as Azulu falls off. But But picking up that kill keeps Monte in this round, and Afro might just extend the advantage. What a shot from Flamus. It's like a third bullet headshot. Is Bomb on silo?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Afro had it, so a little awkward here. You've got to waste a lot of time going up here to get this back.
This round is cooked. Flamus is not stopping. Look at him go. Re-clears secret. Nice shot from Rainwaker, but doesn't last long. And BMAS very quiet in this game. Get quieter. Flamus is looking to finish it. Great CT side out of Flamus. Another triple kill from him.
Magna, Молик, братик.
Flamus even giving Magnajez his T-Molly for position.
Magna, Молик, братик.
I mean, that was the rifle round you've been waiting for, where you were meant to try and bring yourself back into the game. Now on a force, they missed the timing on Flamus, able to dance around this box, gets out with one. Bomb does survive, makes it into lower, but not for long. Rotates have been very, very quick and concise for BetBoom.
Hey, you just can't pull the wool over their eyes right now. It's getting out of control rapidly in this T side.
Yeah, I mean, you've had 3 kills in the entire T side thus far.
Don't say that. And considering everyone was showing up in the first half except BMAS, it's a surprise to see here for Monte. Just hit the wall here in this second half.
They are up to 9 rounds in a row for BetBoom. Been a long time since you've won anything if you're Monte. And that 6-2 lead long forgotten about. Not just that this game changed, but that this game changed so quickly. Got another buy now. Last time it was kaput from the word go, really. Losing multiple players on that secret cross.
What do Monte actually want to do? Running the same round this time. The smokes will come down. They have no early fight, so it's not disrupted initially by BetBoom.
Afro holding for the same swing out of the secret stairs, and there's a player here. Orp of Zorti lies in wait on the angle. This time doesn't peek over, just deals with Gizmi on the approach.
Very aggressive Orp position here for Zorti. Nijez is keeping the pressure on, and Zorti is barely fallen back. Really just desperately looking for a kill, but nothing is getting given to him. BetBoom shrinking into their positions in this advantage.
We had a really solid understanding of what was going to come their way in this round. They've started double outside, right? Magnajez is being very, very loud. Boomich is kind of likely to get overlooked as a result, right? You think this player that's lobbing all the util is the one out in the yard. Boomich just lying in wait in back garage, goes completely unaccounted for. So a triple yard setup essentially with that AWP taking place out towards secret.
Can't blame Monte for falling for that, can you? You can't blame them for not clearing Boomich. Now they have to. That's the whole round. Get this guy out of the corner.
And ideally, you can't let him get away with anything. So a good catch there for BMAS. Really struggled in this game, but a death you just couldn't afford to give away. You at least chased down the trigger man out in yard. But your struggles are just beginning, and there's no time left to win this, so writing it off with just that one kill. This has been a very, very rough T-side out of Monte.
Just not been able to get anything going, right? The pistol came down to a rush. They got shut down. They forced. That was also a rush down secret. Magnajez got dead after time, BMAS. It's not his game, is it? Oh, Flamus lets him know. But yeah, everything they've tried has failed. Some fast rounds early into a slow outside gun round that got shut down by aggressive start for BetBoom. Now they go for triple yard, as you say. And Monte just, I feel like this half has disappeared in an instant. They've not even really had a chance to run anything. Great resilience from BetBoom. 5-1 down, now on a massive streak.
Yeah, 10 in a row. Looking to close it with 11 straight rounds.
Wow. Their map pick for a reason here. Go to against Gamer Legion.
The thing that's so wild is that Monte haven't even had enough kills in total in this second half to win a round. They're up to 4.
No. I mean, Flamus, he just waits for majors, doesn't he? I think of Shanghai, that's when he broke on our screens. Led to getting his time wasted by VP. Now BetBoom giving him a new home. Even if just temporary, he has put himself back on the map.
They've been able to get a player down through the vents. Thing that's awkward is Afro has this bomb again, and he's a little bit late to cross, but he will still make it down. That's 3 players in at lower. And with the Azuwu lurk out in the yard, an attempt, a cheeky one at that for Boomich to give chase down the vent behind them. With that getting dealt with, there shouldn't be much left in this round for BetBoom.
I want to see them try because I feel like Flamus can't miss a shot right now. He is just on the money.
How much do they value these AKs? I guess that's what you're asking yourself.
Yeah, position's not great right now. If Flamus went down ramp right there, if Dilla does get to kill soon, Flamus is going to feel silly for leaving position. But maybe they'll just never try it. So BetBoom back out. They look to remove these guns on the save. You would expect Flamus at ramp, so him grouping with Dilladez might be a surprise here to Monte, and I think they're going to likely exit into these 2 AKs. Nice hold here for Afro. Does that push them into Flamus? That's just what he wants. Second player is ready, and so Monte, such an integral save to keep them in the game.
Right.
They keep enough. And they keep the game going on.
Fast top site here. This late in the day, they come out, they go down. Dilladez with a double. Zorti Orb still sits pretty up here in heaven. That molly at least gonna keep him off the line. The advantage though belongs to BetBoom. Bomb still yet to go down for Monte, getting remedied now. They dump all their smokes in. It buys them a much needed bit of time here to try and get set up. Just from main as a smoke to lock off door. Gizmi's opened onto Boomich.
No!
That reposition in the lobby, Afro wasn't even accounting for a late play out of Flamus, and that might be what does them in. It's only Gizmi, and with nowhere left to hide, nowhere left to turn, BetBoom finish this one off quickly. Not quite their promised streak of 11 rounds, but not much resistance when all is said and done. Slow to get going, Monte in great form to open, but it was BetBoom that were able to hold it together on their pick of Nuke.
Yeah, resilience and reliability here from BetBoom all tournament long. The only blemish on their record has been to team spirit in that BO1. Otherwise, they've been banging their way through this major. And
they might have had good results on this map. You heard the Des talking about it in between as well. The idea that they feel like they can play this one at a high level, taking G2 the distance here in a tight OT loss. But it's bouncing back after getting destroyed in spite of an early lead on Nuke. That's kind of adding the uncertainty here. BetBoom in good form. Questions around Monte. Can they recover?
Well, it's their map, and we saw one hell of a game from Monte up against G2 on this very one. Mirage coming in. And a T-side start with an execute into this A side. Gizmi throws him right through Palace.
Dilladez power position, dead first on those dual Berettas. And so immediately a man down and starting to lose real estate, trying to come through these smokes, get ahead of it. Oh, Bet Boom, they end up playing right into Monte's hands. Keen double out of a Zuu, smoke deep out towards the spawn, and Flamus not able to capitalize around that gap in it. Boomich is going to try join him, but an unlikely 2v4 here. You got post plants for Monte. Set up over towards the ramp, players in the site, able to just play a numbers game here. They'll hear the footsteps CT, and that's all the info they need. Looking for that first step in the right direction of Monte.
Yeah, nice set piece. So this is a team that accidentally, started on T-side Mirage against Big after failing to pick the side. That didn't hold them back. They got 7 rounds there. They were able to weather the storm, close out that game pretty simply. It was a CT-sided game against G2, one that they fell in multiple overtimes, but still took G2 the distance. And so remains to be seen what we're going to get from Monte right now, but safe to say they've already exceeded expectations in this tournament. Why stop now?
Shot for Zorti, that looked dead on. Flamus, though, has picked a good timing on this. They were holding for him, able to come through. Only gets out with one. That's the problem's just beginning. Magnajez at least denies that bomb retrieval and gets rid of the short player. Gizmi coming in a little bit later, but Magnajez dead as that apps hit. Links up over towards B. Well recovered for Monte. That certainly looked like it could have got out of control.
Very scary round there. I can't believe that scout gets obliterated by a Zuu that quick. Oh, that was Zorti's chance. B9s are very threatening here for Bet Boom, but pistol looks to be converted here. Unless Magnajez has other ideas. He's actually forced up in the eco round. So still looking to be threatening for Bet Boom. Boosted up, back triple.
Nice time just to pull out a gimmick, right? Hero rifle. Boosted on triple. I like that they abandoned it. He looked like he was going to stick out there and try and go for the fight. Really the position you dreamed of. Instead, it's an early lean out towards B, a stack taking shape. Right as Monte looked to move in. Rifle's going to be here in time. How much can it do? Magnajez dead straight away. And if you want rifles on everyone in the next, Boomich kind of needs to save that.
Oopsie. Bad news, buddy. Flank comes in. I mean, Boomich, even when he first joined this team, was known for playing MP9s, MAC-10s on 4 buy rounds anyway. Maybe they can just hand it over and make that his problem. We'll see what Magnajez gets and whether it's what he wants. I would imagine so. Monte, 3-0 start. But as we've learned,
bit of a trick. The nice thing about having a guy standing in, they take the hit.
Poor Flamus. Well, he's going to be towards B, jumping around, I guess. Flamus certainly hasn't got his positions in this team. We've obviously seen him stand in for Siren and for Dilladez. And so it's kind of just been shuffled around. And for the most part, trying to learn new positions. But despite that, has been such a standout player for this team.
Yeah, I would say it's a task almost reminiscent, not one for one the same as when you think of like Justin Katowice Savage having a sub in for 2 different players. Rain and Rops all those years ago.
That was in one tournament.
It was in one tournament. Admittedly, this one's been in 2. That's why I say it's not 1 for 1, but close enough. 2 different players on this squad at back-to-back tournaments for Flamus.
Yeah.
Trying to show just how versatile he can be.
Well, he's hot right now, getting burned alive in this B site.
Again, with the B split, seems to be the go-to game plan for Monte at the start of this game. Lurk doesn't find anything, but it's already a lost round for BetBoom. Can't really justify giving this a look in.
Yeah. What a dirty execute. 3 perfect Molotovs, back sight, Balk, and then the player and Edward gets burned out as well. So nowhere BetBoom are is safe. Retreating into the mollies. Nice to see Monte looking calm at the start of this game. Nice shot. But as we learned on Nuke, let's not count our chickens. After a few rounds in the bag here for Monte. BetBoom were 5-1 down.
The nice thing about having a good Mirage up your sleeve is you're never really going to struggle to get it in the veto. Something that might do them well if you look to that next stage. An early lead taken, but they were able to do the same thing back on Nuke. It's not a matter of, you know, you're happy with the success early on in these first couple of rounds, but you got to keep it up. No game is won in the first, 6 rounds of play. That's a lesson that Monte learned the hard way on that previous map. They were 6-2 up. And they only managed 1 more round past that point.
Decent investment here for BetBoom, getting P9s around these rifles. Monte in the middle. And no trouble getting there, BetBoom on. Threatening. Not yet. But soon.
Boost up, just nets a free opening for Azuwu, plays in tandem with Gizmi. And with Rainwaker winning his fight on the Lurk, they've got Boomich boxed in at Connector. Another well-handled round there in amidst that attempted mid-crunch from BetBoom. Monte were more than ready for it.
They were hoping for it, weren't they? My God, great shots out of Gizmi. Triple kill, supporting Flash. They don't get ahead of themselves with the 4v2. They still flash their corners, knowing that BetBoom were likely committing to middle with everybody. So Monte make the most of what could have just been a messy mid-round. Orb comes out for Zorti again. BetBoom have everything this time. No one limited. But Monte have just been punching tickets on this T side, and they're going to keep doing it. Quick A-pop.
You just know you have the defense so worried about a number of different ideas, right? The mid takes or these B splits, it's all been centered around the mid control, and so A ends up being the gap. Just a set piece to bring them into it.
You could argue a save here. As crazy as that sounds, you probably should think about it.
The Azuwu Lurk finding one. Maybe you don't feel the safety of looking to go back with these rifles. So going to try and scrap your way through. They get 2 entries out towards the spawn side. Rotate of Azuwu arriving late from his Lurk all the way in through lower. Smoke down on that bomb, but with Afro catching them on the cross. Gizmi still yet to play from the back of the site. This should be a safe round for Monte. No worries here.
Oh, Gizmi's first death is to the bomb. BetBoom can't do it to him. 6-0 start. What an explosive start. Monte making it look like mid-control again, just keeping it pretty standard. A-pop is beautiful. Out through the palace smoke, breaking the timing for BetBoom. Getting completely caught off guard here is Boomich. And look at how deep Rainwaker gets that spawn control as well. He just knifes out on the entry, runs to CT, puts a molly down, locks Magnages out the round. So Monte are playing very confident right now. They know they have BetBoom right where they want them. They know these CT's reactions And we're just seeing scrambled by after scrambled by because BetBoom have not won a round yet. Nade flash on Con. Zuu clears under. BetBoom with an unorthodox ramp setup, but Zorti's going to stay mobile. He knows middle is lost. And as they take mid, they depart entirely. Even Zuu backs out of under. So going for the A execute again, Monte. How paranoid are BetBoom? That is the question. The whole map is quiet right now. Could be getting crawled on in mid. They don't seem convinced or concerned. Still, 3 players A-ward bound.
Boomich does have a smoke to block, which maybe throws a spanner in the works here.
It's well timed, but Monte can wait it out, and that entry provides a lot of room.
All right, Zorti Orp out towards spawn, not going to be getting smoked off here. Will have open sight lines. This is where he's got to make a difference, but with that first shot missing, position of the Orp revealed, giving up the line. Rifles try to come in to help him out. Magnajez getting ahead of this CT util, flushed out. Dilladez dead on the smoke push. Another clean sweep for Monte. One back for Zorti Zorp in a round that he doesn't look keen to attempt. Just don't want to go too early on the hunt here and give away a kill that brings him back in for the round. Rainmaker doesn't risk it early on, takes that peek a little bit later. And so Zorti shut down, no save, no clutch attempt, and domination across the charts for Monte on their map pick.
What a frustrating game for BetBoom, where they probably feel like they know what's going on, but they haven't been able to put a stop to it right now. Boomich giving up that entry kill does kind of ruin the timing of that play. Monte were going to wait the smoke out, but in a 5v4, they just pop through with a flash. So fearless are Monte right now, trading really, really well, getting all these opening kills. Fine to leave the middle of the map open here, no lurker needed. BetBoom have not found a single opening frag in this map right now, and we are 7 rounds to the good for Monte.
I feel like Rainwaker's just been a real force of nature here, right? The extremity player out towards A, been a mixture of rounds for him, sometimes left to his own devices, sometimes in with the pack. Makes it kind of unpredictable. You don't really know what it means when you see him in the kill feed. And even though he started a lot of the rounds over here alone, it's not been a pressure point for BetBoom. They've not been able to find early picks on him. Just constantly leaving this back door open out towards A, and even in the B hits, he's found a way to have good impact on these active lurk timings coming through the back line of BetBoom.
This is a really impressive T-side of Mirage right now for Monte. Let's see if they can keep it together. Because running through your mind is that choke of Nuke. From a similar scoreline, they still lost the map. But this one does feel a little more helpless for BetBoom right now. Have not made these rounds particularly close. So Zuu going to be faking this out. Some util towards his B-bomb site. But very quickly back to under, and as gives me replenishes window. 2 Brits can make mid happen on this A split.
Zoe just has a lot of responsibility here with this AWP. He's trying to glance over at Con, worried about ramp, worried about Palace. Gets eyes on the ramp side just in time and fires off for an opening. Finally, a 5v4 for BetBoom.
Always coming through.
Oh, spamming connects on a Zulu. Gizmi tries to go back to shore up the connector, and then it falls prey to Boomich. Looking good for a round here. Rainwaker tries he might, no recovering that one. And so BetBoom finally get on the board.
Yeah, I wonder if that ignites something here for BetBoom. For Monte, they can write it off, right? What happens there is a full blind kill on ramp from Zorti. Good flashes from Monte don't matter, and then a smoke kill from the short players. BetBoom were pulled, into the wrong positions by Monte. Their fake worked fine. It's not like BetBoom had any info to believe otherwise. But a couple of chance kills capitalized on well. And now Monte want to go back to something more standard. Just again, this A execute that has done them so well on this T side. Another 5v4 for Monte.
You're lucky to still be alive here. Break on that smoke, and BMAS still collects one on the spam. And now you're locked out by the util. Again, it's just written off before the round even really feels like it starts. That ends in seconds.
Just never seen this many A executes go this well for a team, right? Usually you expect someone to get a multi-kill, but you could just see from the start of the round that BetBoom weren't expecting it. Zorti was wide on stairs, kind of overcommitted, only barely survives as they pop out, and yeah, double up means the save has to happen if you don't get the initial kills. No one's able to hold their own in this round.
Nice, boys. For this one, I stand up. You're doing very good job, boys. Let's go. Good job. I like that we're communicating like this. Nice, Jack. You got us.
Kakafu happy with his captain. As Gizmi calls the shots, and my god, they are...
We need to start reactive round, okay? I want to end...
Ah, they cut us off. 8-1.
I mean, I like it. You know, we've kind of gleaned one thing from all these comms out of Kakafu. It said he has a lot of faith in Gizmi as the captain, right? Just kind of entrusting him to cool them through this game. Not overriding it, not trying to point anything out here and change direction. It's a winning formula right now, and so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Rainmaker again, man, just phenomenal on these A-lurks.
Bomb is stuck.
Could be a problem, could be an issue. Dilladez battling forward, and that bomb caught swinging. So now you've got to trade places. BetBoom own the bomb in middle. Monte might have the site control as they go looking for that bomb. The AWP of Magnajez picks them apart.
All right, well, it was a great reaction for Rainmaker after spotting a mid-control round from BetBoom. He does speed up out A, get both kills, but bomb locked behind boxes is the round loser here for Monte. Unfortunate. Afro boxed in, but two players looking his way, and nothing Rainmaker does matters in that round. BetBoom just trying to cling on to their CT side, look for 4 rounds and a half. Monte gonna keep making set plays. Looks like a B split in this one, but AWP is in the right place. Oh, just moves away. No.
Oh, Zorti's had some rough misses here on that AWP. They are going into a stack, which gives you a bit of hope for BetBoom in spite of that advantage. And as Magnajez holds on, stack ain't going nowhere. Just down to these two. Afro and BMAS side by side. But no chance to get that bomb planted. You still got players to clear out from the site. Important catch for BMAS, brought down low.
They're on.
And no util to deny a bomb plant here. Push out for Dilladez, getting rid of BMAS, leaving it just on this AWP. This won't be easy for Afro. Swing and a miss on that flick, and if he goes back around this corner, he is a dead man.
BetBoom very quick to react there, throwing all their players on B after spotting that cat rush. So Zorti's death, while awkward, is not in vain. BetBoom know it's coming. Backside 3 strong. Flamus is still hitting some nice shots on this A4. But BetBoom are looking for scraps. Make no mistake about it. 4-round CT side Mirage. Not a nice half. Monte, one final chance to get this going. T-side has just been full of rifle rounds. They've not had to eco this entire game. That's a nice double entry again, but Dilladez and Flammers keep this round with intrigue.
Still, it's sort of how Monte have been using Rainmaker. Sometimes he's just a red herring, bit of a misdirect.
Bomb.
Oh, Kamazu, who's gotten out, and they're going to challenge Flammus down to the Deagle. They run at him. Good catch for Magnajez. Once again, sitting up top of the board. It doesn't matter. Dead after his one. And so it's been a real scrap here on that Palace push. But Monte get out looking all the better for it. Bombs on Gizmi's back. He's in the sight. He's got Afro to try and cover the cross. Tap hoping to bait a peek, just looking for that info. Where's Dilladez gotten to? And Afro might just discover it. He heard him there on the jump across. Doesn't matter. Combat Orb nails it for Afro. And Monte with a runaway T-side, well on their way to recovering in this series.
Losing control. I've never been so high, and just so you know, just so you know.
There's the flash, that's going to catch Crims out, they're going to push on through, MBK gets one, but Crims with a spray down, he gets himself the triple, and Fnatic are not done yet!
Can you believe it?
Monte's Mirage is indeed monstrous. It's 9 rounds on the T side of their pick up against BetBoom. Backs against the wall after Nuke getting blown out of that first map. And Monte respond even more dominantly here on the second. Quite a game called by Gizmi and quite aim show by Rainwaker popping off on this T side. Can Monte just close it out is the question as we get to their defense.
Looking like a fast split brewing here, down through the connector. Magnajez left to his own devices over here, ramp side, and he nails that opener. 5v4. Blood's already been spilled. They don't know about Azuwu, though. False sense of security still. He only gets out with one. And so no worries. Bomb now planted. Had a whole segment talking about Gizmi's util. That nade does not find big damage. Him and Afro fighting a losing battle here out towards CT. So a convincing shutdown there. Magnajez to get the round going. Rest of the team follow through.
I guess you can't get ahead of yourself in this game, can you? Because so quickly do these matches get close.
I think, you know, for Magnajez and Flamus, maybe a bit of relief here, finding themselves on the T side. Been the dude showcasing some good moments here. Magnajez, second highest rated player of the tournament in behind Donk, or at least at this stage. Flamus just a spot or two behind. So can they be your fire starters on this T side? Magnajez seems to think so.
This one's over before you know it. Blink, and it's done. So suddenly 3 rounds getting redeemed here by BetBoom. BetBoom have only lost a single map, all major, being to one of the heavyweight favorites. Overqualified for stage 2 were Spirit. Monte are trying to hand them their second L. As we're learning, round on round, it's not easy. Boomich was having a lot of trouble in his positions on that CT side. Bit of a liability on A in the first half. He's going to have to pull his team to victory here. After a very well-called first half from Gizmi. Frags to back it up as well. Flash to the middle, not even going out as Gizmi gets shut down. And everybody falls with just a single frag for Monte. Game on, buy round now.
Wide net cast on this round by BetBoom. Couple of players over towards mid. Lurk in the apartments and in Palace, and a lower tunnels player. So certainly wanted a bit of control out towards middle. Wonder if the presence of that Afro Warp gets you thinking twice about it. And indeed it will. They fully concede the effort to go and look for that middle area, going back through T-spawn. They're hoping to link up with Flamus and find something out here towards A. Maybe that's not the case. They're actually going to regroup and try to go back to mid again late in the round.
Yeah, you expect players to be eyes off this position. Afro certainly departed middle. We're still concerned about window boost and the gaps that come with it, but to see 4 players here in mid might come as a bit of a surprise. Flamus is throwing an A execute right now to keep Monte looking away from the connector, and now this gap begins to get taken. BetBoom can walk into jungle, but still 30 seconds, you feel like you have to hit this A site. So as they move upstairs, Monte, 3 players in position.
What's Flamus going to be able to get away with here? No one actually looking out towards Palace, and so Rainwaker just dead in the open. It's a double for Azuwu.
Wow.
Spam connects, whittling him down low. Nade to finish the job. He just gets away from it. And Azuwu, meant to be dead twice over, finds a way to break through. Massive 4K, and bailing out Monte as that split gets shut down.
You mentioned this major was his right now, how much he's been stepping up at this important event for Monte. His first major, coming off a string of struggling results as this British player, Azuwu. He eats 2 nades and the spam, and he catches players not even looking at him. Makes it look easy. Azuwu holds solid on this A site in a round that was getting way too threatening for a 4v5. What a stand-up round here to stop this streak from building from BetBoom.
The idea that they could have pushed ramp just feels a bit surprising, seeing 2 of them there on that aggressive push. Ends in a stalemate. Flamus, I think, just thankful that he didn't die in that exchange, and so you still get to play this 5-on-5. Gonna regroup outside of A. Maybe last time a feeling that they had too many players on the mid-split component, blocked even by their own util. And so this time, a bit more standard. Magnajez left to lurk on his lonesome, everyone else grouping. It's Rainwaker's aggressive position down at ramp. Could spell disaster. That double kill leaves you in a great position, and with Bemis covering, as so many of these rounds have been for BetBoom, it's just over before it really gets going.
That's such a lazy cliff for BetBoom. When they had already seen the ramp aggression, that's like the most standard off angle on ramp. Everybody's using that. They don't even think about it. So BetBoom just walk into a rifle. Rainwaker, great game from him. And he keeps it going in this gun round. This is a BetBoom who I would say had a chance to come back in this game, but now that is starting to dissipate in front of our eyes. Magna just saving. And Monte streaking 2 in a row and burning BetBoom's bank account while they do.
Yeah, I think Rainwaker, what he's been able to do in this game has just been so impressive. Like, walking a very, very thin line on these plays out towards A in the first half, where you have to be safe enough so as to not get exploited, but then aggressive and involved enough to be putting pressure on, being able to react. Felt like he was really, really nicely kind of threading that needle. And now CT side, just been a nuisance, ever present, always involved. Compare some of these rounds that you've had out of Monte, where the A players are holding their own, they're putting up a fight, to what BetBoom brought to the table, where very, very frequently, in fact, more often than not, the guys actually on that A site just didn't get a kill. And if your A players are dying with nothing and those smokes are down, how are you ever supposed to win that round?
Monte staying calm. And this is BetBoom feeling the desperation of the situation, buying up full, getting a second AK-47 and just swinging mid-try. My, the confidence, but where has it left them? Azuwu is committed, careful, down under, holds his own. They are surely going to flush him out of this position. He's just dumping his nades while he can, but run at him. 4v4, window boost available, third rifle retrievable. BetBoom making the most of this round.
You got to try and go quickly here with the timing, because even though Afro is moving in to try and cover this, and the Jez already slipped the net. BMAS keeps his wits about him. Waker, here's the jump up. That kill just falls right into his lap. Right where he needs to be on the perfect timing there. I'm kind of running out of ways to talk about just how one-sided these rounds have felt. Dilladez with an entry, spot on the second player, knows this is the only guy left in the bomb site that he's got to worry about. And so if he ever wants to be in a position to win this clutch, getting past Gizmi has to happen. Rainwaker arriving out on short. Trying to cover his captain here as Dilladez tries to cross, boxed in, goes into a crossfire. Monte, 6 chances to close on their map pick. This is quite the bounce back from Monte.
Yeah, dare I speak too soon, but BetBoom have no money. It's really nice to see that Monte, this was a losable game, I still feel, and Monte have avoided any disaster on the CT side. Losing the pistol, forcing up, losing that, getting converted, being put in a difficult spot against a very, you know, a team that has a lot of resilience in BetBoom. We've seen that all tournament. But Monte looked good to close this out. There is just 1 AK in this round now for BetBoom. 4 pistol players. And an opportunity to earn it on Dust2. It won't get easier, I'll say that much.
Yeah,
another map that Monte are capable on.
One of the things that's left me a little concerned as well was like Zorti's AWPing was automatic back on Nuke, man. It felt like the guy just couldn't miss a bullet, but here you've had a number of swings and misses. You definitely want him getting reactivated by the time Dust2 rolls around.
A-side hold was a huge chasm for BetBoom. Both Zorti and Boomage struggled to do anything in that CT side.
That's a Boomage who finished stage 1 as the top-rated player. Just a little A-pop here to try and get something at the tail end of this map. Going into Rainwaker's bomb site, they do well to nullify him with just 1 kill on the hold.
Good flashes.
Timing's brutal for Mang. The Jez had an opportunity. Takes too long to nail it, and Afro beats him to the punch. That's a feeling very claustrophobic here. As you just get whittled down, Dilladez is a dead man. He's making no secret about it. Monte with 1 hell of a turnaround and a team ace to snatch away their map pick. That's more like it for Monte. A hot start and one that they kept the pressure on from the word go. They didn't give BetBoom away back in to their map pick. And so this one now going the distance. Dust2, where we look to end this. Good map for both squads. Saw the desk earlier talking about some of the tricks that Monte liked swimming into this 3rd map. Out of the back of a dominant win on Mirage. And no strangers to Dust2. No one is here with it left as the decider. But a welcome return to form for this Monte squad after a streak of rounds against them to get things going right at the dawn of the series.
Listen to me. This is a best of 3, map 3. The most important thing, as we said outside, is that our things are working. It's all about us and what we do. It's all about how we communicate and how we solve the puzzle together. Okay? Let's listen to each other and let's respond to each other, yeah? This will be what's gonna win us the game. Alright? So let's give everything here to fucking win the game.
2026. A lot of maps played here on Dust2 for these 2 squads. Monte and BetBoom brawl in the middle. It's BetBoom who get the double entry. Fast path into this A site. Bomb gonna go down. Magna Jez can win the round right here, right now, but he falls and so it's back on.
Oh, Boomage can't afford to die here. Gets out with his and then some. High stress situation for Boomage. Multiple players coming his way, round in the palm of his hand. And now it's just handed off on a Gizmi. There's damage done, but in this 1-on-3, it's just a numbers game, really. And one where he doesn't feel comfortable playing, he's out of there. So BetBoom, pistol round to open things up. And it's on the back of a stylish 3K from the captain.
Monte, 17 wins, 8 losses. BetBoom, 18 wins, 5 losses. Both these teams feeling very comfortable. Going to have deep playbooks. Going to have strong T sides.
Okay, I drop in focus.
Gizmi already bringing ideas in. He's got 2950, going to give that M4 over. Giving Monte a chance of being threatening here in the 2nd round. But all in all, across this series, conversions have been, for the most part, safe.
Liked all the tidbits we've heard from Monte's coach Kakafu, man. Everything he's been saying, it comes with a real air of belief in this team. There's no stress from his side of things, and you're hoping that that kind of translates across to the rest of the gang. Very nice getting to hear a bit more from them.
Ooh. It's unlucky.
One of the main questions we ask is, you know, what do certain coaches bring to the table? Mass was slow to get going. This hero rifle knocks one off their perch. But dinked in the fight, brought down low. Change of mind for BetBoom. Gizmy's Deagles just hit one. Afro's now responded. Oh dear, this is getting away from them. And look at Gizmy go. Aggression on short will get punished. Door opens into this A play, and with Bemis low, he can't commit to longing this fight out.
Afro's going all the way round. Flammers with that smoke down, doesn't have to worry about the shadow, takes an unorthodox position in the post plant. Afro's searching for these kills. Boomich is susceptible to the scout. But hiding out in plain sight. No kit. Got to move quick. BMAS is up through that CT spawn, and Afro is not being quiet about this position either. They know they've got to get these kills right now in this bomb site. Scout will not connect, and BMAS knows this is a hopeless endeavor. BetBoom locking it in. Despite some well-placed pistol and scout shots, it is not enough in this round. BetBoom take them down. It is 2-0 lead in this third map. Already getting an exciting look to this deciding map in the series. A Monte who many doubted to even find wins in this stage, let alone be in with a chance of going to the next. First major for 4 of these players. Nice stack nade. Wait, they're going to go into the 5-7. It's not too late to change your mind, BetBoom. Honestly, very good call to cancel that one. They still have an innate advantage. Jumping the gun into a B stack. Dangerous.
Path of least resistance would be up through short, but they've just departed this area. Gizmy's flank might run a risk of extending this advantage here. He's missed the timing on Magnajez getting out through mid. And now the B hit taking shape. BMAS and Azuwu. 5-7, been strong all across the major, but not able to find anything there. So again, it might just be a case of crisis averted for this BetBoom squad. Hit that dink.
Yeah.
A little labored, but they will get him eventually.
Shame to see that 5-7 not connect, right? One headshot, that's a very different round. Suddenly there's guns loose. Monte with pistols and a man advantage off of the nade stack made that very interesting. But BetBoom, man, their protocols in place, very slow, not willing to jump the gun. They could have made the brutal mistake of just walking into B early in the round. And Monte were all eyes on tunnels. BetBoom do convert their pistol cautiously. And this one's anything but. Boomich running down the guts of middle with lots of util, keeps Gizmy off catwalk. Goes to support in CT. Azuwu getting pressure through the mid doors. BetBoom's default, not cheap, costed a lot of Molotovs, but they have that cat control. They push the AWP off. Traded back by Montes.
Yeah, good counter util there, right? Just to stop all that cat control getting taken by Boomich. But it's the B site you got to start getting worried about here. No one actually in the site itself could just get locked out by the util. Fortunate Rainwaker gets 2 fights ahead of that smoke. Bullets rain on through. And Rainwaker's left Monte in a very good position. We say this B site's hard to retake. Well, 5v2, not meant to be easier than this. Backstab for Azuwu, fast in through the tunnels. And looking for the clean finish, Zorti gets iced out, trapped in the open. As Monte claim their first round as soon as the guns come out.
You see a lot of B hits where the smoke doesn't come down in the door before the entry comes out, because most of the time you're expecting players in the bomb site. You don't want to give away the, you don't want to give the warning that you're going for a B hit. Let CTs rotate, let them throw flashes, let them drop their Molotovs. So BetBoom try and break the timing. They throw a nade to put smoke up in Rainwaker's face, but I can't believe he finds 3 kills there from the ramp. That doesn't make any sense. Beautiful shots from Rainwaker. Even though it looks like a mistake from BetBoom, there's method to the madness. But my God, what a shutdown. BetBoom had Monte completely out of position.
And this is Monte's chance now to capitalize on all that damage they did across the first few forces and ecos, right? BetBoom might have a buy here, but to say it's perfect would be lying. BMAS, no way, just gets himself into that smoke. Flamus was suspicious. Felt a little too easy getting out long for free like that. And now they're picking up the pace. Flamus nails a follow-up, and Gizmi's never even given a chance. There was a lot you couldn't really account for there if you're Monte.
Did they run in to the long player? I don't know why Flamus is so aware. It's a great check. Beautiful follow-up headshot. Diladez through the smoke. It just falls into place there for BetBoom. It's not meant to be that easy. But every kill they need with ease, and hunting this final frag, Rainwaker ain't getting out of this one.
Terrorists win.
BetBoom off to the races, 4-1. Oh, the one shot in the smoke revealed that player. Dirty from Diladez. Azuwu just high damage down middle. Already on his last legs in this round as BetBoom silently upcapped this time. Gizmi just gets shot through it. He fired a couple of bullets. That was all the warning Magna just needs, and they just speed up.
Yeah, now you hear all these footsteps on short. You're going to start scrambling bodies, surely.
Yeah, to save. Wait.
Actually bit down on it. They're looking to save, and so as they walk away, they actually end up over here towards B, right where this bomb was planning on heading. This has to be a realization for BetBoom. Boomage and Magnajez have all this space, and they don't hear anyone.
Oh, bomb spotted.
Now's the time. If you do want to change your mind, this is where you go back. Mid is a little uncertain. That's why they look so hesitant to do this. They haven't had eyeballs on middle.
Whoa. What a dodge. Walked into the smoke. Azuwu does the same, and then he just shoots him in the back.
Demas in position here, though, just to ruin this round. All 3 players for Monte trying to scrap for this bomb out in middle. Great check for Boomage. And that should secure you safe passage of this bomb. Just going to move to hunt Afro down and make it punishing. Great awareness on BetBoom that they were about to play themselves. They really don't ever get ahead of themselves in these situations, man. You brought it up early on with the dodging of multiple stacks here. Nearly end up walking into the save. That's just great awareness and great discipline to be able to halt a call like that.
I'm just shocked the way the BetBoom are winning these rounds. They are in some very, very tricky positions. Sure, some of them even favored, but you have to really be careful with these calls. And Boomage is putting them together. The back out of B twice now. The way that Boomage clears top mid and checks for the long push. anything that could have gone wrong doesn't here for BetBoom. Oh, there's a stuck. Takes two with him, but that's still guns here for Monte. They will happily gather. Rainwaker, there's that 5-7. And Boomage, risky maneuver.
You have info on everyone, right? You know that no one's in the B site right now, and so Magnajez able to walk through for free. It's Rainwaker appearing in those lower tunnels that comes as a surprise. Magnajez, though, he's been hot all series long. Handed a 1v3 over at the B site. Let's see how he tries to play it. Has a Molotov to work with. That can slow the roll of this retake. It's very tunnels focused with only one man on the mid side.
This position makes it very hard. He has to hit some banging headshots.
Molly in the car forces him out into the open. They hear that tag. Backstab through the tunnels, connects on a great timing. So no problems there for Monte. They don't give that 3v1 away. That's an eco win.
Yeah, I wonder what his read was there on clearing middle. He checked it entirely, saw no one there, still dumped all his util for the mid retake, so maybe thinking they were either already close. Not sure. Nice! Caught out of position. It is a Monte eco win, as you say. Bash on long with pistols and flashes. Give them guns. Those guns, give them a round.
And a big chance now just to try and break back into the game again, right? You're flush with cash. One loss isn't going to break the money here, what with you winning on pistols. And so just a bit more to stay afloat with here. Huge opener for Afro, who has been struggling at the start of Dust. An early advantage, a 5v4 that goes untraded. And a block on the long side. You haven't played for this space.
Well, they walk through because no one ever holds this smoke. They put it down and they trust it. There was a reflash for the check there. Monte realized there's a threat on long, and BMAS comes through to deal with it. Doesn't know close. Nice spray back for BMAS. That's old school BMAS right there. Master of the transfer. The one player with major experience on this Monte lineup. And he keeps him in this round in a big way. Orb sees something, but he hesitated. He took too long to take that shot.
Yeah, so he was brushing up on his anatomy, thinking, well, if I can see that, head's got to be here. Took too long to piece that one together, and Afro just gets to bite down on a freebie. The Magnajez save, not even a guarantee as Monte moved to hunt. Touched upon how winning that eco has set them up with a nice chunk of change here. So trying to make this a punishing round loss for BetBoom.
Afro, big triple opening frag, bailing out his teammate on car and the closer. So no problems here for Monte. As again, fear at the start of this game, a 5-1 lead, but as we've learned from map 1, those close up quick, and Monte are back in this map. Bad buy indeed, just Magnajez on a hero AK. Had a bit of pace behind it, speed up a cat. They found the gap last time. It's
very
who's
quick.
Picked behind them, but Magnajez still sends it.
I mean, he has great space right now. Oh, firing off, gives up his position, still good for the kill. Question for BetBoom is, will that bomb be able to join him? Right now, it gets the space up through short, down to a retake here. I love the Magnajez, didn't think twice about the space he'd taken. Dilladez D connects in the downtime. And this is a 4-on-3 post plant with a hero gun as really the only item to write home about. Magnajez knows that one more kill could be enough, and they set him up for it. Teammates will fall on short. He's still in position to do big damage. That is one hell of a round for Magnajez. First kill entirely off his own back, and past that point, the team go to great lengths to set him up, and with good reason.
He's had a series of monstrous 4Ks in this series, has Magnajez, and that is one that comes with resounding consequences for Monte. It was low money, it was pistols, deagles, and Magnajez's AK ahead of the timing. When Monte break the smoke, thinking they've killed the cat player in Flammers, Magnajez is already in. Gizmi's jumping out of his chair there out of fear. He got completely caught off guard on the long corner. Magnajez gives every single one. What a dig for Dust too. Can't be overstated. But Mirage takes all the glory in this round.
Guys, the mid guy won't play, just try.
Ooh, little high off the top. Torpers tentatively peeking. Both teams breaking. Oh, well, actually, that's all Monte. That's the third one from downtown.
Su's been getting very unlucky around these mid doors multiple times now. Just a stray bullet from Zorti connecting to him through the doors. Right as they start to shuffle a player down into CT, Gizmy taking that line, what with the smoke down. Paranoid about a mid to B split. Dillades replenishing that util, really trying to sell this. They've pulled that third player out of position. And so you're looking at Afro here and saying he's got to be the guy to get the job done. AWP on the line. It's the only defense they have in the A bomb site. Swing and a miss for the first one. And with each shot you miss, BetBoom take more and more control.
Yeah, and maybe he could have gotten one or more off there, but he doesn't want to die for nothing. Has to completely abandon ship and play for this retake. And look at BetBoom give him nothing on long. Sure, Monte can crawl closer, but we have one flash on Afro to make the difference in this round. And if it doesn't do something here for Monte, they're going to get locked out. There's the final block. Molly goes down. Monte can still give this a go, but they've got to go now.
There's the flash. Peek on the back of it. Afro doing what he can, but it's too strong on the crossfires here. BetBoom had a lot of time to get comfortable in those post plants, and boy, do you feel that as you try and come through. Just a kill box set up over CT.
Yeah, and there's 5 players in from cat to default. Every awkward headshot angle has a BetBoom player on it. Afro gets out with his AWP, removes Zorti's, but BetBoom don't need to worry about money at this point in the game. They are fine. And so, yeah, as Monte come up ramp, not just eating that HE and the molly, but just too many targets, all with headshot advantage on AKs, and Zorti connects some very important kills after a quiet map of Mirage and a slow start to Dust. So now's a great time for Zorti to show up, and my god, he's got a head of the smoke on long. There's no flash to get BMAS in position there, but there is one up top middle. Rainmaker forcing this. Afro with his back, but if he gets flashed, how do you get out? Molly behind you, Afro in trouble.
Decision to make. Do you hang around or do you try and escape while these two smokes are down in middle? Oh, it just fades. That's really awkward. Lucky to still be alive.
Oh my goodness, these AWPs. 2 tags, no kills. Boomich has to take it now. And yeah, you feel like long is the way because you've only seen pistols and you've only seen jiggles at the corner. Monte don't have this position much longer, and they're pushing the AWP on B. Just means they have to push mid and flank catwalk in this round. I just don't know how Monte can win it. I think they should be considering these guns getting saved again. No flash for long corner. Magnages is in the sight.
Oh, there was a gap on this molly at short, and so Rainmaker's ahead of it. Gonna try and take that timing, and what a timing it is! There's the shutdown for Rainmaker! An impossible round, they come into it with next to nothing, and in the blink of an eye, it's just Flammus left. One gap on that Molotov, and it proves to be the golden opportunity for Monte. Shut down with the pistols and those saved rifles. And a chance to close in on BetBoom before this half is over.
Oh, his time on Liquid did not count. Rainwaker absolutely showing up in this series. He had a phenomenal Mirage. Look at him go in this highlight moment. The one rifle in the entire round, just as Magnajez did to Monte, he does right back to BetBoom. He just rushed the molly on Cat. He just pushes right through as it pops. Fearless move for Rainwaker. The only way that they could have won that round. And he makes it so. Afro goes again to lower, but he's got a rifle by his side this time. Azuma is getting messy. Careful, Monte. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Now, when you've been gifted openers like this, gonna feel impossible to throw this one away. They know they've got Rainwaker dead to right. Bemis, other side of the map, will just be left out of the picture here. Round won and lost on this fight for lower control. And so BetBoom don't let the results of that last one get in their heads. They're quick to course correct and end up locking in a strong T-side campaign, holding the lead here as they make their move towards stage 3.
There's the flash, that's going to catch Crims out, they're going to push on through, MBK gets one, but Crims with the spray down, he gets himself the triple, and Fnatic are not done yet.
Can you believe it?
Bet Boom are hungry for that third stage, and maybe no one hungrier than Magnajez right now. Guys had a phenomenal series, and he's kept it up across all 3 maps, hitting hard come the turn of the third. Topping the board, as he's managed to do throughout. A convincing T-side half out of Bet Boom. Some chances in there for Monte, chances that get away from them. And now a tall order. Gonna have to start with the pistol on their T side.
Afro trying to hype up the boys as Monte look to pull quite a comeback out of their pocket. Magnajez is pushing top middle. He's been spotted, so Gizmi given flashes to pop him out of play. Sorty, he's struggled in this game, and that will continue. Even Magnajez can't escape, so Monte do answer the call. They see what Bet Boom are up to, and they don't let them get away with much. Push on B could get chaotic, but Azuwu holds his own. And Monte, what more advantage do you need to win this pistol? 5v2, just go together.
Boomage hears this. Knows they're in the right place. Around that corner, a lot of bodies. Too many to deal with, or so you'd think. Boomage made it interesting for a moment, but numbers are enough for Monte. Pistol round secured. And suddenly the hope reignited that you can get back in the game.
It's been such a back and forth series, hasn't it? But it's still punctuated by 2 very one-sided maps. And so you wonder, is this where it really gets close? As both these teams vie for their deepest major run yet. For 4 players on Monte, it's their first time. For BMAS, it's been a 5-year break since Stockholm. Well, we have both a major winner and a Cologne winner in Boomage. This team nowhere near the same success. Every single player in the server today has something to prove.
I think the thing about Boomage as a leader, as a captain, is this is a guy who kind of had no choice but to develop resilience. What with the amount of times he's had to essentially rebuild himself from the ground up. Not just the Na'Vi days and that going awry, but even just on a personal level, the rebuilds that this guy's had to go through to get to where he is today. And so you imagine that's something he's looked to instill across the troops in this team. B finish for Monte and an under-defended bomb site for Bet Boom. It's only Diladez here, won't get out with anything. Magnajez manages 1 on the spam, but you're out of position, and this B site is infamously hard to retake.
Yeah.
You might just run this one back in the next.
I wonder if we're going to see a lot of B abuse here for Monte in this half. Bet Boom got away with 8 rounds, and they barely touched this B bomb site. For Monte, it feels like the way to gimme your way into a second half. Full tunnels here for Bet Boom. Scouts on the car, so Boom tries to fake steps away, but Monte aren't buying it. They're going to exit middle. Safe decision. Getting away from the threat of this round. Because while Bet Boom would love to keep their guns, Monte very much the same here. It's going to matter come the next gun. Whoa, look at that bomb. Armor is gone here for Monte. 4 players below 14 armor. And all of them except Rainwaker have rebought. He has 3 Kevlar. 1 bullet, and he's going to feel the aim punch like a ton of bricks.
Also, the guy right at the front of the pack.
When someone shoots him, he is just going to die. He is just going to get fully wiped in 3 bullets. You'd almost want to get one deeked. It'll feel better. Might not matter here as they get up catwalk. Rainmaker gives them the option to go for the mid to B. A nade, a scout. Bit of damage already done the way of Monte. Betboom saved this force. But they're going to have a tricky decision here if this is an A-side hit. Magnajess could break this up. One armor.
Oh, Boomich slips the net. Gonna try and give chase up the catwalk. Bomb goes down for Monte. This is a round you should be interested in looking for something in if you bet Boom. With that one kill, and are they really just going to commit to the save?
I think so. I think you just keep your armor for the most part. Maybe you want to even upgrade next round, but playing the long game is just not a winnable position. Damage would be nice. Send in the Deagle. Flamus goes looking. So they lose a Galil, but really Betboom are just happy to get real guns in that next round. Monte still on bonus, converting their pistol.
Yeah, I can do flip.
Nothing too crazy in this first rifle round for Monte. Wildest part about it, I guess, is Azuwu just with the run down middle. Nets use some fast control out here towards short, but that pace is kind of matched by Betboom just playing reserved back in the bomb site. Early anti-long rush setup. When they don't get handed one, they fall back into a more standard CT default. It's just two players in at A. Boomich will be the guy shuffling out of position if required to go down and keep an eye on middle. He actually gets himself stuck in place. Good nade damage. There's that CT smoke, and so Boomich shuffles on down. Forcing all this util out. They got a reblock on short. Gizmi might even attempt the drop down into CT. Gonna go looking for a backstab, perhaps. Here he is, not required. Now owns this CT space, but it's breaking through the B site. That's the goal. Magnajess up close.
Oh, no.
Missed opportunity. Falls to Dilladez now. Buying time for his teammates closing in on these backstabs. And this is a big problem. 20 seconds left, and you've got no ground left to run. It's a desperate charge for Gizmi. And Flamus arrives on a perfect timing there on that backstab.
What a shutdown from Dilladez. He's not only baiting for Magnajess in a strong position, but then he flicks back, deals with the tunnels lurk, and still holds his own in the B bomb site. If he drops any of those kills, then that is Monte with a bomb plant in a strong position to win the round. At least no name here of Betboom. A guy in difficult spots does a lot and holds this one together here for Betboom. Extremely reliable. And Monte running into money problems. They've got one more buy. But without it, Betboom are surging towards that third stage.
It's been a real rifler's game thus far, right? Yet to have the Orbs truly step up and dominate. You wonder if that could serve as a crucial way to try and get back into this. Whoever can figure out a means to get their AWP online first. Zorti was quiet on Mirage, and that's followed him into Dust2. And Afro doesn't even get to don the big green in this rifle round. Fast play up on a catwalk. Good space taken already. Flamus waiting with these nades, but little open there as he tries to lob it in.
You ain't gives me.
Has Zorti covering the cross. This could be his moment. We said quiet in the tail end of this series, but an important kill there buys Flamus a few more seconds. Not able to get anything from that extra time. And Monte are actually getting tricky with this. They hear the rotates, they're taking the bomb out of there. Gizmi just hoping to buy you precious seconds out in this A site. You've got Rainwaker waiting in at CT, but Afro's got to get a move on here.
He doesn't believe it. Holding the shot, Rainwaker lets him pass. He's going for the back. He's going for the last guy, but there's more where that came from, and he whiffs that shot. Afro took too long to get in position, so when he comes off the bomb, they will be biting. 3 players ready to fly through with that flash. Afro full blind. It has gone so wrong for Monte. So pear-shaped. BetBoom pick up the retake, and they are just confused. What a fumble. Man, I thought Afro realized he had that room. He had to just run. He had to get there quickly. And Rainwaker, nothing from that position. He wanted to milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah, like tried to go for the play that would almost win you the round, right? Getting out with the double would have been more than enough. And it's been a really solid series for the guy. Don't really have an issue with how he played it, just fumbled the execution with that Tech 9 backstab.
Let them get too far away. There was even a third player next to him that could have gone even worse. But now, within their sails, and they are charging for the finish line. BetBoom, 2 opening kills. Zorti, as you said, quiet indeed, but hit his shot last round. He'll find the 5v4 here. Magnajez extends that advantage.
I mean, Magnajez was the guy that Monte named, you know, called out by name, saying he is hitting hard, sure. But it was the rest of them they were hoping to exploit. Not only have you had a bit of a turn up from the rest of BetBoom, Magnajez is just keeping up appearances, been red hot throughout the entire series. Throughout this entire stage, honestly, only lagging behind Donk in the ratings.
Yeah, and he's more than Donk's friend. This guy is someone to keep your eyes on here at this major. Has been magnificent. BetBoom 2 rounds away. Seemingly 1 full buy away if they win it here and now. Stage 3 ushered into the top 16. A team that are on such a heater, you have to ask the question, how far can they go? Is stage 3 the limit? Could this be a playoff-bound squad?
Getting dealt a very, very fast round here. No issue for Dilladez. Afro and Gizmi able to muster up something here in this late pounce for Gizmi out window side. Dilladez's time runs out. Flamus still walking over, but this is not a round you're going to be attempting. At least it shouldn't be. Smoke and Molly in the way. And so he will depart. Honestly, that's really well recovered for Monte. They were put in a very bad position. Mid-split getting dealt with. The first player out through middle and the tunnels both falling. Not the start you want to that split. That's where you got to look at their captain and Gizmi offering up a keen double, a set of entries to pull them back into that round.
Terrorists win.
And so not willing to go down quietly.
Yeah, 5v3, and Monte catch the flankers and then trap those players in the B bomb site. Gizmi does not rush this kill either. That's his team come in with a close. Afro holding for the mid pick, not given away. Zorti does not want to concede an advantage. With the money where it is, this round carries heavy weight. Another missed shot for Zorti. Magnagez ready in case they dart out middle. Seen no long hits really in this game. Have been pulled off one or two, but Monte absent. Go back to the cat. Everyone's doing it. Boomage holding multiple HEs, ready for this contact.
There's a Magnagez opening. If ever you've seen one, here comes this barrage of util out of Boomage. Flash is going high. Let Magnagez move in, and once he's got eyes on you, it's a terrifying place to be. A shutdown out of Magnagez. Match and series point for BetBoom. And they have multiple chances now to go waltzing into stage 3.
How many stars will come from Spirit Academy? It's impossible to know at this point. There are so many players signed, but yeah, this talent joined BetBoom 2 years ago. He has been grinding through multiple iterations of this roster, and he is peaking right now at the major. Incredible rounds from Magnagez. Full blind, just pre-fires as they come over the top of that box. Another incredible multi-kill for this guy. I feel like he's more likely to get 4 than 1. Straight up mid.
Aggressive swing just to try and end this now. You know they've got out long. You know it was the only option they had, and that they're going to try and play with some pace here to catch you on that timing after the mid aggro so quickly. BetBoom have all their guns in position to shut this one down. Break on that smoke, perfect timing. And they can feel it. Stage 3 is calling their name. Not going to get ahead of themselves here with damage done. They know this one's on a knife's edge, ready to come through this CT smoke at a moment's notice. And you might expect one guy on a Hail Mary with a flashbang. Will you be ready for the whole damn team on the fade of this smoke? Gizmi with the first. Footsteps heard, but clawing it back is BetBoom. Rainwaker finished off, and stage 3 awaits. Magnagez with a phenomenal series. You touched upon it, where a lot of these Team Spirit Academy prodigy players went on to get picked up by top squads. Magnagez did not. He had to grind for this view.